Welcome back to the channel, back in the workshop. It is time to get on with sanding the bumper, getting it prepped for paint, and hopefully maybe even painting it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of stopped trying to predict what I can fit in the videos because there are always things that come up and bite you and slow things down. So regardless, we hope to get a stack done. That is one thing we're gonna get done, at least get it prepped. We're also going to look at the brakes, get everything cleaned up there, calipers and so forth, check how much meat is on the pads, get all of those cleaned up, everything in the wheel arch section, and we'll also see what else we can fit in. So, let's go. And let's go indeed, starting with the bumper underneath. It is badly scratched. I'm only going to try and just smooth it off because I'm going to put in the body filler to fill it up as best as I can just to make it look better than what it is. Where I am now is where the actual main damage is that made this a repairable write-up. And of course, Callum wanted to give me a hand. If you've seen the C200 videos, you'll remember that he was instrumental in helping me get the bonnet sanded down. So he knows what he's doing. He's got some 800 grit little AliExpress pads and he's working his way across while I had to attend to something else on the workbench. But in the meantime, there was plenty to be done still. Now going from the top of the bumper, working our way down towards the bottom is where Callum is starting, and then going from that side where I had already touched, but now he's going over just to make it just a little bit better, because that's what he can do. Now Callum needed to run off, so I took over because I'd finished doing what it was that I was doing and could then get on with where I had started and then worked my way up. The important thing is to make sure that we're going over every part of the bumper that we can. A quick look at the wheels to get them cleaned up a bit before we send them off to get powder coated. Bit hard to see, but there is fine scratches, so it's a bit easy to see here it's been sanded. You can see where the paint's been left in the actual scratching. Now I'm not sure if that's going to show through. I did do this bit here with 800, but it took a bit too much effort. So we're going to give this little tool that I used on the C200, and that's why I bought it. These are 600, these are the finest pads that I've got, so I'm just going to give it a try. And if not, I'm going to get some more ordered anyway of certainly some finer ones. But we'll try the 600 on this now and we'll see how it goes. Now it had certainly been a while since I'd used this tool, and after giving it a bit of a go, I thought, no, I think it'll be okay. The powder coating will cover it up. So anyway, Callum and I got back onto the front bumper to continue on to try and get it ready for body filler. That's the main thing that actually has to happen first, but we still needed to give a huge amount of sanding, roughing up all the clear coat. And once that was done, it was get it outside, wash it off, and then bring it back inside ready to start filling. But before doing that, we've got to dry it over first, and then let's get on with mixing the body filler. Now, for anyone who is eagle-eyed and knows what they're doing, you may have just have noticed something which is, well, we'll just bring it up later. After it was mixed though, it was like, I've got to get it straight on. And I started where the main areas are, where it needs to actually be filled, bring it up to the original level. Now the very bottom of front part of the bumper is scuffed that badly in the front that I've actually got to put it top and bottom to try and recreate the curve that exists, including this main part that I'm doing now, where the main scraping was that actually made it a repairable write-off. This bottom driver's side corner, again, there's a big flat spot. I've got to put it top and bottom to recreate the shape as best as I can, which will actually be done with the sanding, but I still need the filler there. And this front section here, which we use the heat gun to flatten out, again, got to fill it up. And then using the rest of it to just fill in the scratches, the deep scratches that are at the bottom. That is the bumper filler on the bumper. Now I have also gone over and used the blade putty. Now I don't know if you can use the blade putty on a bumper. It doesn't say you can't, but it's only in the really fine scratches that it needs to come out and cover up. There's tiny little holes, little dents through it. So I've just put some on. If it falls out, it falls out. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Kind of gives me flashbacks of when I did the C200 bonnet. I don't know if they're good flashbacks, but they're flashbacks. Gonna wait for the body filler to dry completely, so probably get to sand that tomorrow. In the meantime, we're definitely going to get onto the brakes right now and just literally wash and clean all of this area under here to make it spick and span. Get these as bright and as beautiful as possible. Do both sides, and that'll be another thing done. So just using a good old sponge and the couple of detailing brushes that I got from AliExpress, I then started. I've used a sand shell that I found on the side of the road that someone was throwing out with a curb collection, and I've literally got that underneath so I'm not making a mess all over the floor. I've simply got some degreaser that I sprayed on, and I'm just using some soap and water to then wash everything off using the brushes. Use an actual nail brush to get into the tighter curves and creases, and just trying to get it clean. And then once I'd finished with the left-hand side, I came over to the driver's side, and that was just really greasy. Second sunroof curtain has arrived. So, I want to get this in, get it all back together, see if it all works the way it should, get the interior back together, and get on with the rest of the car. Oh yes, comes with new sides. That is important. So, do not want to stuff this up. How have they? It's not. I thought it might have tape. Oh, it does have tape in the middle. You know what? I won't undo that until it's in. Otherwise it's just going to go brrr. Actually, I'm going to need to do it because I need to feed it through there. Oh no, I can just feed that in there. I can just feed that. I say I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You can do it! This is the original base. These are the original base, original Mercedes sides. These, I can't use the original sliders because they have a different tube size. But here are two new ones, which are important because I need this tiny little hook on here to hook into these to make it move. So they are like that. Now, if you've seen the previous video, you'll know the drama that I had with getting this curtain in. And I'm certainly not going to make that mistake knowing how sensitive it actually is. But I did get it in, and with Jasmine's help, I got it, well, on top of the car where it needs to go. I had to explain how the end brackets went into the actual frame of the roof itself. And then we very carefully, and I mean really carefully, got it in slowly, bit by bit. Jasmine would hold it into place. I would then come around to her side of the car where she was, so that I could then slide that in and make sure that we had it right. Whew. Okay.
Now I gotta do it.
That does that. And then when it pushes it back, it comes in. Finally got the curtain in. That it was just nerve-wracking, but other thing I've noticed is this curtain has a curve on this actual front rail here. The other one didn't, it was straight, so it makes sense that it should have a curve to follow the contour of the roof. Anyway, we've got to put in the plastic clips that hold the sliders into the actual mechanism itself. So, you can see that moves reasonably nice and easily. Now, to get this, see that it all does actually line up work. Yep, that's just gone under it. So is that. So, Now I'm just going to get this in. And because the little tab's broken off, we're putting in the screws. Done. Let's do the other side. Now I did the other side pretty quickly, and then on went the trim cover to go over the actual curtain itself. That is that one done in place, and it didn't re-break, so nice. Now, front one. I've just loosened all the screws, 4 screws either side to the actual full rails to allow it to move. So then these little guide rail here line up with each other. Ah, there we go.
Oh, yes.
You can see that. Can you see these? These got a clip into there. Ooh. There, yeah, that's in. Now just got to get these clipped in. There we go. That's better. But that's in. That side, let's do the other side. That's in, it's under, there was a little tab right here. Tab is just under there, that's why it made it so tight, and this one's sitting under there. That is now in, and all the screws should be able to be tightened back up, put the rails in place. That's actually helping guide its distance, I guess, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's tighten them back up and put the motors back on and try it out. Now putting the glass on is no easy feat, but with Jasmine's help, it's certainly made it easier. It's all together, let's see if we can do a reset. The deal is you press up for 5 seconds, back for 5 seconds, forward for 5 seconds, down for 5 seconds. Let's see if that works. Right, the key's obviously going to be on, and that's a really good sign. Ah, battery's disconnected. Let's do that first. Let's try this. Lights are on. Do I have to have it in this position? Right, so remember this. It was what?
Up.
Forward.
Forward.
No, up.
Up. Back.
Back.
Forward.
Down. Up, back, forward, down. Right. Oh. It actually has to be in the full shut position. It's got to be in the full shut position first. Is it down or not? Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Up.
So up for 5
2,
seconds.
3, 4, 5. Back.
Up, back.
2, 3, 4. 5. No, it's not. Well, at least that moves.
3.
Up. Do I have to have this in half the position? Up. Up. 2, 3. This is not 5. Back. 2, 3, 4. No, it's not supposed to move. It's just supposed to recalibrate. Now, after mucking around with this backwards and forth, trying to reset it, trying different ways with the 5 seconds, nothing was working. It was moving, but not resetting the way that I thought it should be, like recalibrating. So, anyway, this is going to require further investigation. Alright, quick update. It is the next day. I have done some researching online, and I've asked how to reset the curtain and the roof when they have been fully uninstalled and reinstalled, as in new cables put in. So, it says to bring the curtain fully forward, the glass is to be fully locked down in its position. I've done that manually through winding the motor for the glass. I've just pulled the curtain forward and I've now put the motor back in. So now we're going to try this 5 second each position on the controller. See if that resets. It's not. If not, it's plug in the Autel and see if that will reset it. Okay, Autel is plugged in. We're in position 2. This is reading the car now. I've got the instructions here on how to do it. Hopefully they're correct, because that is just a Google search. And apparently I've got a Maxxis Elite 2 Pro. So hopefully that's supposed to be able to do it. So let's just see if it can. So maybe this has just helped me. Have a look at the screen. Says on here, roller sun blind fully open. Yes, you can clearly see it is not fully open. It is fully closed. So if I undo that, push that all the way open, put that back in, maybe it'll then be in the right position. Let's try it. Took the motor off, pushed it back. Hopefully that's in the fully open position. I know it's not extremely all the way back. I know that for sure, from when the cables were moving in and out previously. So hopefully that's close to being the right position. Motor's back in. This is still here. Now, F1, closing. F2, closing, F2. Aha! Oh, so that tells me I don't have it in the right position. But wasn't doing that before, so this is progress, people. In theory, this is better because now I've got some control, so it should have shut. I've opened the roof using the Autel. It's supposed to be fully open. I am 99.9% certain that glass is not fully open, and I think that might be part of the problem, even though it should relearn. So I'm going to undo the motor, try and push the glass back manually a bit more, because I know it definitely was back a lot more than that before I even pulled it apart. Definitely back a lot more like this. Ooh, how far is too far? There you go. That's it. That's fully back. Ooh, that's fully back. Might be all the difference. Let's try. Fully open, yes. Close, sunroof, F2. Ah! It's just the back is not down, but it's slowed down as if it knows it's coming to the front. It didn't do that before. This is bingo successful. So now maybe I can do the relearn. Who knows? Now I can get that. And that needs to do that. Ah! Ah! Oh. Now, while things still weren't going the way they should have done, that I was hoping for with the sunroof controller, things were about to take a turn for the up. If you're ever pulling your system apart, your sunroof, your curtains, make sure you know exactly what position the cables and motors are in. Look what I just found. Special functions. Teach in processes. Teach in processes, or process of anti-pitch protection. This, I think, goes through and teaches it. That's what my little Google list here, instructions said I needed to find, and I couldn't find it. Battery should be good enough, I hope. Perform normalization of panoramic procedure. Teach and oh yes, continue. Keep all body parts and limbs away from moving mechanical components. Do not operate switch SM61, which is this thing here, the control unit. During the process, press continue to start. Oh. Ha 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 ha! Please tell me it's true. Come on! The teaching process of anti-pitch protection was completed successfully. Continue. I just escape out. People, I think it's done. Right, so hang on. Now I should be able to... So you can feel there's a second position in the switch. So I'm just pulling it so it's not. I just want to see if that is in line. Or you feel the second, you push past the second one, you can feel it, and that does it automatically. Then I can do the... Yes, and that comes forward and it stops. But it's done, people, it's done! Ah! Man, I love this Autel. Just gotta... Ah! Ah, so relieved. Woo! The interior can go back in. Oh, ha ha! Woo-hoo-hoo! Great success. So finally, such a relief. The interior can now go back in, and that meant the roof lining from the back had to be fed through. Now, I could not work out how this is so much wider than the actual opening, but I remember I had to squeeze it out by pushing it together, so of course I had to do the same thing. Now after I fed it all the way through, I jumped in the front seat and then fed the actual sunroof controller through the hole to be able to get that up into place first, because that's the first part of lining it up. Now after that was done, it was then on to the B pillar to get the trim back on. Now this requires lining up the adjustable seatbelt positioner first before clipping it back into place, and then onto the back where I wanted to get the left hand side, the passenger's side rear trim back in place to hold the back part of the roof lining in place. The same with the driver's side. Then once that was done and gotten into place, I then could then work on getting this back hatch seal in. And then I noticed something. I don't remember this being wrecked like this. And there's cat hair all over this. Does it mean mice have been here? But I can't just leave it aside. It needs to go in because it will help keep the roof lining in place. So, just to help refresh myself, I put it in anyway because I'm now going to need to get another one. I can't leave it like that. It is just destroyed and just looks really, really tatty indeed. Now, it took a while to work out how this went back in. Even though it can only kind of go one way, there was a couple of different grooves and I had to work out which one was which. And after I'd done that though, it was all good. Out with some plastic trim tools to make sure that I got it all in where it belongs, and then it was all good. That is now on, and it was a battle after I finally worked out how it went back on, but unfortunately I think I'm going to have to replace this because it just looks shocking. There's bits of somehow come out, it's broken. Here it's broken there, it's actual bits of rubber are. I don't know. A lot of cat hair here. Maybe mice were nibbling at it, I don't know. So, lesson learnt. When I do this in the future, I won't be leaving them in the car. They need to go into a tub with a sealed lid. But now I know how it goes back on. Now I'm going to hunt one of those down and see what that is going to cost to replace. But it's in for now, and it's holding the roof lining at the back. Everything looks good. Everything's clipped back into place. So let's continue on with the inside. In here, it says airbag. Done. Look what I just found on the back. That is the seal that goes on top of where the sunroof curtain goes. Well, most of it's exposed. There's a bit under the glass that is not. Let's see if I can get it back in. You know what, before I even attempt that, let's just get this B-pillar trim on the inside done. Then the back seal can go on that door, and the seal can pretty much go on this front door too. Let's do that. Come on, baby. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Now once the B-pillar trims were in, the door seals can then go in, because again, that's all going to help keep the roof lining in. And then onto the front A-pillar trims. These are very, very specific. They've got a very specific place to go into. So yes, that takes some lining up too. Airbag clip. That literally goes. Bazinga. Right, this seat can go back up. Oh, there's that door seal. This can go up. Right, in fact, that seal can go back on. One, two. Right, now let's see if I can push those in with them in it. So I can. Yes. Did you hear that? Clip, clip. Oh, yeah. Two covers. Follow the contour. Stop those from coming out. And simply do that. Short and up. Let's see the front. Woo! Right, parcel tray. Let's get this back in. Yes. That just goes on to there. This just goes on to there. That, other than needing a vacuum, is done. Now, A-pillar. Let's get this in. I've just got to be careful because this spot right here has been glued and it's sat for ages, so the glue is definitely fully cured. So, let's see how we go with getting it in. As long as that lines up, this. Ah, yes. And straight in. Right, this clip this way. And there is the airbag cover. Yes. Let's get this up, back in. We're just literally going to plug all these in. They're color matched. Clip it back up. Then there's just all this front section, which was really hard, and again I broke bits trying to get this in and out. They've been glued. So let's get this right, and like so. Right, so can you see all that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this in. Oh, actually all of those go in here. That's easy. That is for that. That is that. Damn it, that's supposed to be through here. Got this through. Let's put this small one in place. I have no idea what this thing is. And I don't know which way it goes. You know what? Let's go forward. Let's put it that forward that way, and
Do
is that right?
The other way?
You mean sideways? Oh, maybe it goes sideways.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, right. This blue one goes into here and puts in. Where's the keyway? Oh, it's on. Okay, this white one goes up to this one here. Yes. Green one goes into the side here. Yes. And then there are these four. Here. Black, white, blue, purple. Black. Ooh. Ooh. Black. I can't see. Black. And you know what? By hanging this in first, maybe. Yeah. Is that in the right place? Yes, I think it is. Now. Let's come out more. Black. Everything is in. Now. These are all in the right spots. That springs in. That is that done. Let's get this sun visor in. In fact, let's get this locked in, because then that'll stop that moving around and the cover plate can go on. One cover plate. So the hook goes in first, and then you have one clip. This will have to go on first, I'm sure. The hook, then that up. I'm going to hook that on there to help hold it. Clip can go in. And one cover plate. That is that. Done. You know how that works? There's no wiring. There are 2 terminals attached to the visor through the electronics here, and that feeds that power to that. That's just the switch. Woo! Okay, let's get that side done. And then it's just this front part here. That is the interior fully back together. Can you see that?
Yes.
Unless that goes around the other way.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is it?
What? That's exactly the same. Hook in. Put that on there. Woohoo! Now, this front part. Okay, this goes on the back of the rain sensor. Yes, this clips into here. Push the wiring up so it's out of the way. Okay, this whole cover. Now, do I not push this up yet? Do I try to put a smaller one in? Yes. Okay, that cover is on. Now, it is just this. Unfortunately, right here, a bit is missing. This is in the way. That is the interior complete. I'm okay-ish with it. I'll see if I can buy just that outside trim that holds the switch, but I now need to look for a new boot rubber, hatch rubber, see if I can get that on its own. I might get that from a wrecker. That's probably the best way to go. Hopefully they won't charge $1 million for it. Everything else is clipped back in. And we have a sunroof curtain. Alrighty then. Okay, that is it. Done. Interior is done. It needs a massive clean, that is for sure. I need to get myself a vacuum for the workshop so I can do exactly things like this. Something really bit of grunt to it. Well, yeah. We've cleaned the first side, the left-hand side, the brake caliper, got it all nice and clean and red and looking good. We've come to this side, the driver's side, and started to do that. And it was super, super greasy, and this got all clogged up, and I'm like, what is going on? Why is there so much grease around here? And then I saw this. You can see how greasy it is. And I've got one hand. That rubber boot there, oh, you can see it, is split all the way around. So that has to be replaced. I am 99.9% sure that that will not pass its pit inspection. So I've already got it on order. The correct one, as per Mercedes OEM part number, comes with 2 clamps, the smaller and the larger one, which now means when it arrives, all of that's got to come off to be able to get it off. I've also got a cone tool. Hopefully this will work. We'll explain it when I get it. But anyway, that's now on order. When it arrives, that's got to be fixed first. I need to buy grease. So if you've got no idea what these are, this is a front wheel drive. So these are CV joints. The drive shaft is connected directly to the motor and directly to the front wheels. So that boot contains a stack of grease and is to contain it and keep it in there. Hence, it's got the clamp on both ends. Now, it splits, so all the grease come out, which means that can end up just breaking and not being lubricated the way it needs to remain. So, that has to be replaced. It is the next day. As I said before, forgot to put the rubber seal in that goes in on the top here. So, Jazz and I are going to try and get this on now without moving the glass. But worst case scenario is we remove 4 screws, we slide it back a bit, we get it on, put it back on, and if I have to resynchronize it, easy peasy, because I now know how to do it. So let's do that. Now this is a pretty easy job. The rubber is curved already from where it's previously set, so I knew exactly where to go. I remember the join was at the very back part of the car, so it was easy to do, but, well, easy for the front part because there was nothing in the way. And I soon realized, let's just take the glass off. Jasmine and I did that, and then, as you can see, way easier to get on. Now once that was on, of course, we just need to put the glass back on, and that's never that easy. And once it's done though, 2 screws either side, and it was all back in place, and then it worked exactly the way it was supposed to. Happy days. Now that that is all done, we can get back to the bumper. And I have made a huge rookie error. Have a look at this. I did not put enough hardener. Look at that. It's just scratching off, and it's basically just breaking off. That is no good. That means I have to take all of that off and give it a clean up, and I've got to redo it again using more hardener. So that is not going to happen in this episode though, people. You're going to have to wait until the next one. Please like, please share, please subscribe. But when we get just that little bit closer to getting the A250 finished, there's not really much more to do. Getting this on, getting it sanded, getting it painted, and I've got the paint. I've been down to the paint place in Rockingham and I have the paint. So once this is actually done properly, sanded, it can then be painted, clear coated, reassembled, and put back on. The wheels are down at A Steel powder coaters. Getting powder coated, I've just got to sort out some TPMS sensors, and then it's get it all back together. We're just got to suss out a vinyl repair guy. So if you happen to be a vinyl repair guy in WA, give me a, well, you can't give me a call. Send me a message, put a comment in so that I can reach out to you. That's the only thing I've got to get done inside. I still got to get either a full set or another 2 floor mats. Other than that, that'll be the car done, ready to go off and get its inspections and then get it licensed. Please like, please subscribe. See you on the next one.